Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in for another all-new edition of Me and Mine TV right here on YouTube. I'm your host DV. As always, you can follow myself and the show at the Twitter handle showed on your screen. And of course, if you follow, we follow back. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little something special, because I got a little something special planned out for the viewers today. And what we're going to do today is test an American icon. But before I get into my little monologue here, first, being an American and a sports car enthusiast, I first have to say this. When it comes to sports cars, America is not really where people turn. It's always been Europe. But here in America, we have our own take on what a sports car should be, because we have our own icon in the sports car segment. Because ever since 1953, this car has been the gold standard in which all other American sports cars, past, present, and future, are measured to. And every single one of those cars so far that has came down this car's path, they've been sent home packing. So is that to say that all those other cars pale in comparison? I don't know. Maybe. Is that to say that this car is indeed the pinnacle of American sports car manufacturing? I don't know. But that's what we're here to find out. Because if you know, like I know, you know what car I'm talking about. And that is the all-new 2015 C7 Chevrolet Corvette. Now, if you were to analyze the 62-year history of the Chevrolet Corvette, whether it's from people who have reviewed it, maybe even from people who have purchased the car, the pros of the Chevrolet Corvette have always been the same. People have always said that it is a cheap, good-looking, fast car. And that's about it. And surprisingly, the cons of the Chevrolet Corvette have always been the same. People have always said that, you know what? The Chevrolet Corvette doesn't ride particularly well. Matter of fact, it doesn't even handle particularly well. And when compared to its European rivals, neither is it built to the same quality standard. It's not built with the same quality materials as its European rivals. But here in 2015, General Motors seeks to silence those critics. They want to quash those opinions. Because with the introduction of the C7 Corvette, we're starting to hear words and terms and phrases that we really haven't heard come as standard with Corvettes of old. Words like carbon fiber. Terms like better build quality, better building standard. Phrases like proper handling, proper ride. But again, all those are words, terms, and phrases. In 2015, has General Motors finally put all their information, all their technology into building an American sports car that can not only take on its European rivals, but take down its European rivals? Sitting here wondering about it, that's not going to help us figure out that question. So let's do what we do here on Me and Mine TV, and that's strap in, strap up, and go for another ride. Well, wait a minute. If we are to understand if the Chevrolet Corvette has not only caught up to its European rivals, but if not surpassed its European rivals, don't we have to put it up against one of its European rivals so we can better understand that question, so we can better answer that question? I think so. So that's what we're going to do. But the question is there a car made in Europe that we as Americans can honestly say is a worthy adversary of the Chevrolet Corvette? Is there a car that we could actually consider an opponent to the Chevrolet Corvette? Yeah, I think there's maybe, and I emphasize maybe, one. And that car hails out of Germany. And we all know the name of the car because it is the legendary Porsche 911 Carrera. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to test these two icons in the sports car segment, pit them up against each other to truly find out who is better. But you know what? We're not just going to do that here in Atlanta. Matter of fact, we're not even going to do it just here in the state of Georgia. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 100-mile trip to the northeast from Atlanta to a place that houses a road. Matter of fact, the place is called Dills Gap. And where's Dills Gap is, it's on the border between Tennessee and North Carolina. Because that little town holds a very, very special road. A road that is known simply as the Dragon, or Tale of the Dragon for the uninitiated. And I have been dying, and okay, let me tell you, I have been dying to drive this road. But I couldn't find out, I couldn't come to a conclusion of what car or cars I should take my first ride on the Tale of the Dragon on. But since we have the C7 Corvette, and now we have the Porsche 911, can you really think of two better cars to take up the Tale of the Dragon? I can. So that's what we're going to do, because I know you're probably sitting there saying, you know what, DV, shut the hell up, get in the cars, let's see what they got. All right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go over to where they're holding the car for us at, hop in the Chevrolet Corvette, take it up to Dills Gap, Tale of the Dragon. We're going to figure out if the C7 Corvette is better or maybe not than the Porsche 911 Carrera. So here we are in the brand new C7 Chevrolet Corvette. Still here in Atlanta, just actually took the car out from the part that they were holding the car for us at, and whoo, let me tell you, she's as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. Checking out the interior of the 2015 C7 Corvette. After being on the road for...
after 9 miles and continue on US 129.
Yes, thank you for interrupting me. Now, as I was saying, being on the road for the past, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes on the back roads of Atlanta. One thing I think is really evident in the interior of the new Corvette, GM definitely took their time in molding and sculpting this car, because the interior of the Chevrolet Corvette have always been one of the Corvette's Achilles heel, but for this one, it looks exquisitely better compared to Corvettes of old. Now, it doesn't look its best, I will have to say that, because again, this is just the base model Stingray. We didn't get anything fancy to test today, so we don't have all the carbon fiber or the aluminum or the aluminum here all over the dashboard. Basically, all we have is some faux-looking leather-like cloth and the abundance of plastic. And being a sports car guy, being a guy who takes pride in both the inner and the outer appearance of his car, if I'm spending 60 grand for a Corvette, or for any car for that matter, can you give me something other than plastic, even for a base model? I mean, can you? But I mean, other than that, I mean, you got plenty of headroom in this car, especially speaking from a convertible. You got a nice amount of leg room. Now, the seats, I won't say that they're not comfortable, but for a person that's of my side, because like I said, I'm 6'2", 250, and honestly speaking, if you're 6'2" and you're weighing over, I'd say 220, don't buy this car. Don't buy this car, because you would not be as comfortable as you would like driving this car, because I'm not as comfortable as I'd like to be driving this car. Because I won't say the seats aren't comfortable, but how they hug my body, it's I understand it's a sports car, and I understand it's supposed to feel like one, but the seats, it makes you feel like you're in a race car, because I mean they contour your body, but I guess from a person of my stature, it doesn't really feel like you want to be driving this thing over long distances. But other than that, you know, I love the dashboard. I think that is the best part of this car, because how they have it situated. You got the speedometer on the left-hand side. Then you got, of course, the fuel gauge and the temperature gauge on the right side. But the center of the dashboard, that's where the Corvette is at its best, because you basically get everything. You get the speedometer, you get the RPMs, and it really looks good from a digital standpoint compared to just being, you know, analog. But what I really love about this car, and I know this might sound corny, but hey, I never had one until now, so I'm gonna live it up while I have it. I love my heads-up display. I mean, I really love it. I mean, 60 miles an hour, I'm doing 0.007 G's, which of course you can't feel it. You know, I got my RPM. I mean, I've always wanted a car that had a head-up display, and I'm testing one now, and I absolutely love it. But as good as this interior is, it's not without its faults. And I've said this when we tested the Camaro, and I'm going to say it again now that we're testing the Vet. I don't know if it's a General Motors thing or what have you, but it's definitely prominent in GM's in their performance cars. What's up with the lack of visibility in GM sports cars and muscle cars? I mean, do they purposely build that into their cars? Because I'm good seeing up front, I'm good seeing to the left, and I'm good seeing to the right. Anything behind me, it ain't happening. I literally got this much worth of window in the back that I can see out of my mirror. And I don't know about you, but when I'm backing up or when, you know, I'm looking in my blind spot and I'm on the highway, looking beside and behind me, they're kind of important things, wouldn't you think? And another drawback to the new Corvette is this center console. I mean, it's nice. I mean, the screen's got to be at least 7 inches. From the point I picked up this car up until this very moment, I haven't turned on the radio. I haven't done basically anything but turn on the air, because the way the console is laid out, it doesn't tell you anything. I mean, the freaking instruction manual for this car is absolutely ridiculous. It's like the New Testament of the Bible. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to turn I don't know how to turn the radio on. I really don't. Which is saying something, because normally there's a radio button or some kind of button that tells you how to turn on everything. All I basically got, I got a home screen, I got a media screen which doesn't do anything, and then I got the previous and forward for whatever track of music I want to listen to. Other than that, I don't know. I don't get it. And being a person who likes to drive, who loves music, I mean, I like hearing the wind blow. You know, I like talking to myself. I like looking at scenery, but every now and again, I'm going to want something to listen to. Am I alone? I don't know. I guess GM, when they were designing the interior of this car and putting the little center console in there, I guess they didn't think that people want to listen to music occasionally. I don't know. But definitely, I like this interior. There's more pros than there are cons with the interior of the Chevrolet Corvette. I don't know. My feeling of the seats may change as we go along on this drive. Maybe it might still the same, but I can definitely tell sometime soon I'm gonna have to get out and stretch, because the way the seat is situated, it's not gonna be feeling me. You know, I'm not gonna be feeling it very that often. But I don't know. We'll see later on. When it comes to performance has never really been an issue for the Chevrolet Corvette. Only early generation Corvettes were lacking in the performance area, but as time has progressed and as technology has advanced, so has the performance of the Chevrolet Corvette. Because with the C7 Corvette, what do we have here? We have a 460 horsepower V8, same number in torque, of course going to the rear wheels, made it to either a 7-speed auto or a 7-speed manual. 0 to 60 time, under 4 seconds. 0 to 60 time in the Z06, under 3 seconds. Top speed 180 plus, Z06 top speed 200 plus. And driving the car on this nice open range, I'm really trying to prevent myself from putting my foot down and just letting it go. I know I'm in a sports car. I know that's what you guys want to see. Ah, what the hell? Already at 100. Already. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me calm down and slow down. That is intoxicating. Okay, that is intoxicating. Because I'm sorry, with a light car, a powerful engine, performance and speed just come up like that. And I don't know if you can hear the exhaust, but that's how a proper roar of a V8 sports car, a matter of fact, any sports car with a powerful engine should sound like. And oh my goodness, nothing short of intoxicating. But as much as I like the performance with this car so far, I do have to admit something. The automatic transmission in this car, especially with the paddle shifters, it doesn't really work that well. I mean, the shifts aren't as crisp, the shifts aren't as quick. I mean, there's always that, I don't know, 0.5 of a second delay between flipping the switch and all of a sudden the revs coming up and the car taking off. And anybody will tell you who's a sports car fan, that half of a second, that is a lifetime. And how this transmission is set up, personally, it's not as good as it could be. Matter of fact, it's not even as good as it should be. Because when you're paying over 60 grand for a sports car, you think that 60 grand in all facets of this car would be shown. And I'm sorry, as far as the transmission is concerned, especially in this model, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. And Hopefully, as we haven't tested the Z06, even though I wish I would. Maybe the transmission is better in that car. I don't know. But in this one, as I've said many times before throughout this mini-series, give me 3 pedals and a lever. I want a stick. Give me a stick. I need a stick. But in this car, we have the automatic. It's working. But as we get closer and closer to our destination, maybe my opinion may change. But as it stands right now, it's lacking. It needs to get better. Checking out the styling of the 2015 C7 Corvette. One thing I have to say, like I think I've said throughout most of the videos in this series, they did it right. I mean, I truly, truly love the exterior of this car. Now, as I said in the Mustang review, I really wasn't a fan of the Corvette's rear end to begin with, because when I look at the new C7 Corvette's rear end, the first thing I thought about, it wasn't a Corvette. What I first thought about was the Chevrolet Camaro. And I'm kind of wondering if, because they changed the Camaro's front end and rear end, and they redesigned the Corvette both at the same time, and I'm wondering if that's why they changed the taillights on the Chevrolet Camaro rather than leaving them in the 4 individual taillights that they were of old. Maybe they didn't, I don't know. But every time I saw this car, the first thing I thought about was the Chevrolet Camaro. But as time has went on, oh, this car is nothing more. It is all about being a Chevrolet Camaro. And what I love most about this car is the front end. I mean, the front end just looks vicious, and it looks like, in my opinion, it looks like a cobra, like a cobra snake, like when it's about to come and sink its fangs into you. Because I love this car, especially at nighttime when the LED lights are on. I mean, it just looks vicious. And I mean, I look at it and start drooling because it is a beautiful front end, and they followed it all the way from all the lines and the curves from the front to the back. There's nothing about the exterior of this car that is ugly. And what I love about what GM did the most is when they redesigned this car, they didn't try to give it some radical new design. They didn't try to make it look like a brand new Corvette that nobody has ever seen before. They still held true and paid homage to what Corvettes have always been. You still have the 4 individual taillights at the back. You still have the low front and rear overhangs. You still got the curve-shaped hood and front end. And I love that, because what's the point of having an American icon if people don't immediately recognize what it is? And that's why I'm glad Chevrolet, or GM in fact, didn't try to make this car into something that it's not. Didn't try to like, oh, here's a new Corvette, you got to get used to it. It's a completely new design, and it never looked like a Corvette of old. And that's what I'm glad that they didn't do. They still made the car look fresh, look new, look updated, but they still held true to what the exterior of the Chevrolet Corvette has been. And that is what I love most about the exterior of this car. We're on a long distance cruise, so let's turn on this radio, and if I can figure out how to turn this thing on, because this thing is not very simple to understand. There we go. I'm waiting on you, Lord. No, it's not I'm feeling that. Not feeling that either. Okay, hold on a second. I have to get this off my chest. This has absolutely nothing to do with cars. But I'm sorry, I have to get this off my chest. I loathe, matter of fact, I hate FM radio. I'm sorry, I'm not being facetious or either, but being a truck driver for over a decade and being spoiled by satellite radio lets you know how FM radio should be. Because, I'm a fan of almost all music genres. I like rap, hip-hop, R&B, pop, a little bit of country, a little bit of techno. But the reason why I hate FM radio, and anybody who has a car who listens to music in their car, they may not agree with it, but I guarantee you they'll understand it. Because it really only ever seems to happen in the morning time, during the lunch hour, and in the afternoon. Because, of course, those are the optimal times when you're in your cars. Now, have you ever been driving in your car, right? Going to wherever the heck it is that you're going. You're searching through the radio, and you're trying to find something to listen to. Then all of a sudden, boom, you find a song. It could be your jam of the week. It could be a song that you ain't heard in a decade. Whatever the case may be. What do? You roll down the windows, turn the radio on blast, and start riding to the music, right? Then all of a sudden, 10, 15 seconds into the song, this happens. Yeah, everybody, what's up? This is Mr. DJ Interrupt, come to you live from 104.25 broadcasting. And they go on for like 35, 40 seconds, just just freaking shredding the whole freaking song while you're sitting in the car just saying to yourself, shut the hell up and play the music. I mean, it is a music station. It's not a talk station. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to hear you talk. And that's what I love about satellite radio. Because, I mean, they have the morning crew and after just same freaking platform as FM radio. You know, they introduce themselves for like a couple of minutes, yada, yada, yada. And then they play like 45, 50 minutes of uninterrupted music. Nobody shredding the song about who's DJ and who and where they're broadcasting live from and what's up city this. They don't do none of that. They introduce a song, shut the hell up, and play the music. Why haven't FM DJs got that memo yet? I mean, I'm not trying to hate on any DJ who's on FM radio, but people, when they're in their car heading to work or during their lunch hour or when they're coming home from work, what do they want to hear? They want to hear music, and in some cases, they want to hear what's going on with traffic. Anything other than that, I don't know anybody who wants to hear somebody talk. I don't. And in this car, unfortunately, I don't have satellite radio. I should have bought my satellite radio out of my truck, but for some reason, I wasn't thinking about that. But one thing I love about this car, especially most cars today, you can connect your Bluetooth to your car, or you can hook up your USB iPod to the car and listen to your own music, so you won't have to hear anybody talking or slaughtering the song because they want you to know who's DJing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon drive. I'm sorry, ran over. I just had to get that off of my chest. Thank you. So here we are, finally. We've made it to the tail of the dragon in the Corvette. We're about to take on this nice, treacherous road. See what this road is about. See if it really is as fun and as dangerous as a lot of people say it is. But instead of sitting here, let's go for it. Listen, Torrin, no, we're taking this baby and putting this baby in the track. Let's do this. 318 curves in a little over 11 miles. Let's see how the new Corvette stacks up. Now I'm dealing with the slow traffic. I don't know if there's a passing lane to where I can actually get in this car. Come on, people, I got a Corvette. Looking for a straightaway, people. So I can open up this baby. Let's see what she's got. Why did I have to get behind the slow people? Why? I'm in a freaking Corvette at the tail of the dragon, and I'm behind traffic doing 22 miles an hour. Oh, come on, people. There's got to be a pull-off. Thank you. Let's do it, baby. Tail of the dragon, Corvette. Ooh, tight turn, tight turn. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, this car is planted. This car is planted. And the only way to drive this car on this road is either with a manual transmission or the paddle shifters like this car has. And surprisingly, I was bad-mouthing the paddle shifters before. They've done pretty good so far. Stuck behind some slower traffic again. No. Come on, buddy. You got a motorcycle. You got that light weight in that engine. Let her go. Come on, bruh. But man, never mind the road. The scenery up here is freaking beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. Do not pass. I am so severely tempted. Oh, other bikers, that's why you all do that. Okay, I respect that. I think he knows I want to get on it. I think he's just teasing me. Oh, come on. I haven't counted the turns, but it's felt like 20 so far. Man, this car feels good. Somebody parked on the side of the road with a brand new Lexus RC. Beautiful car. Ooh, and it's got the GoPros on it, yeah. I'm not the only one up here today filming. Come on, bruh. Let me go. Oh, I'm loving this road. I'm loving this road. Woo! There you go, bro. I wish I could do like you do. But I don't have that quickness and acceleration like motorcycles do. But man, I wish I could get past this motorcycle so I can get up on this thing. Man, steering's nice and light. I mean, it's like, bam, it's right there. None of that waiting, none of that delay. Thank you, sir. Pass slower traffic. Let's get this baby going. Brakes are nice and good. Ooh, yeah, baby. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Yes. Ooh, tight corner. Yeah, these brakes are good. They're just plain still. They're not the upgraded, you know, cross-drilled, ventilated, but it got me there. Ooh, yes. And what I love about this car, just like I said about the Camaro, all the switches are turned off, traction control's off, ESP's off. This is just me, the car, and the road. Even though there's a little, you know, computers wrapped up in there. But right now, I got all the electronics I can turn off. And it's just me. Woo! Tight corner. I love this road. I love this road. And I'm starting to love this car too. Oh yes, daddy likes. I'm just waiting for that straightaway where I can come out that turn and bang it in. Man, this car is good. Throttle's right there. Steering is nice and light. Yes, baby. Daddy is enjoying himself. Ooh, yes. 30 miles an hour am I behind. Hey, that was 0.08 G right there. Ooh, I felt that back end come out. I don't want to drift these corners now. I'll drift myself right into a ditch. Oh, this car is good. .7 G. Yes. This car is just eating these turns up like it's Sunday dinner at a home cookout. Oh yes. Woo-hoo-hoo! Tight brakes. Listen, these brakes aren't the best. They're saving my ass. Ooh, yes. Man, these S-curves, this vet is eating it up. It's eating it up. But the thing is, I'm looking for that spot where I can just open her up. Now we're in third gear. Come on, baby. Show daddy what you got. Show daddy what you got. I wish I could play some music, but then again, I'm out here in the boonies, and I'm not turning on my phone while I'm driving. I need both hands on the steering wheel to drive this car and to tackle this road. Woo! Now, one thing I noticed, if you do change down gears at the wrong time and get on the brakes, that back end will come out. But that's more me than it is the car. God, I love this road. If you're watching this video and you have not been to Deals Gap Tell the Dragon, woo, baby, you got a nice sports car or even a nice exotic, bring your car up to this road. If you love to drive, you love to test your skills, not only yourself but the car, you're gonna love this road. First time me driving it, whoo, and I'm coming back up here as soon as I can with another car. Oh my goodness, this car is good, the road is excellent, the scenery is nice. I'm in heaven, baby. No, more traffic. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this road, I'm loving this car. Oh my God, I'm loving this. I haven't felt this much joy in. I can't remember that long. Oh yes. 129 photos. Don't know. Oh, he's taking photos. Yeah, baby. Maybe I might get to see myself on somebody else's YouTube or Instagram. Oh, come on. And one thing I noticed about driving in this car so far, anything above third gear, the car really seems to lag. So I think it's probably best if I just stick it up in second gear and leave it there unless I get an open space like this. Man, this car is just eating these turns. Oh, it's eating its up. Why do I keep saying eating's it? It's eating its up. See, I said it again. It's eating it up. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little bit too excited. I forgot how to speak properly. Man, this car is eating this thing up. I really wish I could power slide through one of these corners. I really wish I could. But then again, we're on a public road. I don't know what other traffic's coming, and I don't know how to do it really that accurately in this car. What if it was in my car? Whew. You know, my Camaro is made for power sliding. Come on, baby. I don't think this motorcycle guy is going to be polite enough like the other one was to let me go. But, you know, I can't hate on him. He's doing what he feels comfortable doing. You know, he's out cruising his motorcycle, so I'm not going to hate on him for that. Oh, I love that turn. Man, I don't know what tires are on this Vette. I don't know if they're the stock ones, but, man, whoo, at low speed in these nice tight turns, it is hugging the road. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, man. You know that feeling when you're playing the lottery? You're watching TV as the numbers are being drawn, and it says 2, 7, 25, and you're like, oh, please, give me more, give me more. That's what this car makes you feel like on this road. It makes you want more. It keeps you on the edge. It's like it'll never completely satisfy you because it always leaves you wanting more. And I have yet to get that feeling out of any car I've ever driven. The feeling of I'm not satisfied because this car makes me want to do more. It wants me to take more, give more. Oh. Oh. B-E-A, beautiful. Come on, Mr. Vette. Daddy loves it, daddy loves it, daddy loves it. I said, best on this road is to stay in second gear, unless you get on one of the straights. Like that. But then we're back down to second. That is a nice motorcycle. I actually don't mind sitting behind it and watching him maneuver through these turns. That is a nice bike. I think it's a red, I think it's a Goldwing. Yeah, I think it's a three-wheel version of the Goldwing. Beautiful motorcycle nonetheless. I love this car. It's planted. And like we said at the beginning of this video, that handling has always been the Achilles heel of the Chevrolet Corvette. It's never really had proper suspension, but now we got the independent rear suspension, we got carbon fiber suspension, and yes, you can feel it in this car. It is nice and planted. You can feel it as you're turning into these turns, the left and the right, in whichever direction of the turn you're taking. The car just dives and it just dips it in. It says, give it to me, I want it, I can take it, I can handle it, trust me. And that's one thing that you need from a driver to a car. You gotta have that trust. And only at certain points of time during this road, since I've been driving it, woo, have I not trusted it. And I haven't trusted it because of my driving. And I ain't the best driver in the world now, people. I'm just having fun in sports cars. Oh my goodness, look at that view. Ooh, let me say, pay attention to the road. Oh my goodness, look at that view. But personally, love to see what it's like to drive this car through this road in a proper manual gearbox rather than these flappy paddles. But to be quite honest, I actually have to admit, flappy paddles are a hell of a lot easier driving it on roads like this than a 6-speed manual, or in this case, a 7-speed manual would be. Because my left foot is just planted on the floorboard, and it's just gas, brake, and paddle shifters, baby. Oh, I want to power slide through one of these corners. I really do. Oh my goodness. Driving this car is like looking at Scarlett Johansson or Vita Guerra. I mean, you're just, I mean, it's just intoxicating. That's what this car feels like to me. It's intoxicating. It's intoxicating to look at. Feels good to ride in. It's, oh man, you can tell it's at its home on these roads when you're absolutely just letting her go. And that really hasn't been said quite confidently in Corvettes of old. Because if you were in like an old C6 or even the early version Corvettes, I wouldn't be driving it like this. Oh, no. Because I wouldn't have lasted this long because I'd be in that ditch over there. But oh yes, the handling of this car, oh my, go! About all I can say. It is absolutely sublime. Woo. And driving this car, my heart's not pounding, I'm not sweating, I'm not nervous, and I feel, even the first time driving this car and driving this road, I feel completely comfortable. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I can't take it. I don't feel like the car can't take it, because the car it's edging me on. It's like, let's go. It's like I'm a sports car with, finally, I can honestly say now, with proper handling. I can do this. I can take that. Believe in me. Put your foot down, shift some gears, and let's go. And I'm loving that. I'm not loving Mr. Motorcycle that much anymore because he's severely slowed down. Come on, bruh. You were doing 50. Are you trying to make me mad, Mr. Motorcycle Man? I mean, you got, I mean, it ain't a crotch rocket, but I mean, it's still a motorcycle. Oh man, just let me unleash her one more time. Man, corners in a Chevrolet C7 Corvette, it's not an issue. It's not a problem. It's not, oh no, can I do it? Will I survive? I don't know. Should I talk to God? No. No. The only thing you need to do is when you're done, is to call the engineers at General Motors and say, hey, you did a damn good job with the C7 Corvette. That's what you need to do. And thank your lucky star that you were able to either buy one or maybe rent one or whatever the case may be. Because this car is absolutely epic. Because for 55 grand, I don't care what anybody says. People can say I'm biased simply because I'm an American. But for 55 grand, there is no better bang for your buck sports car on the planet than a Chevrolet Corvette. Oh, another nice view. Oh, Mr. Motorcycle Man pulled off. Oh yes, oh yes. Here we go. One more time. Let's see what this baby can do. Let's see what she can do. Come on. Hey, 0.4 G's right there, man. Oh, tight turn, drop it down. I'll get to the road in that track mode. Ooh, baby. Definitely, I ain't putting this thing back in sport because I think I'll probably, ooh, Mr. Porsche. Sorry, buddy. I am in a better sports car. I am in a better sports car. Yes. Come on. 0.3 G's. Break her down. Oh, starting to feel a little fade for those brakes, though. Oh, not another motorcycle. I love this car. Oh my goodness, I love this car. No, no, no. Back behind slow traffic again. Grr. Now we're back down doing 28 miles an hour. And I can understand people want to take out their motorcycle. They want to cruise. They want to enjoy the time and have a good ride. I completely understand that. But it's like highway rules should still be, made here. If you see a speeding bullet, move over, speed up, or get the hell out the way. So I know if I was on a motorcycle, that is exactly what I would do. If I saw somebody in a sports car, or even another motorcycle, that was going faster than I was, I'd be courteous and let them go by, because I know they want to get on it. But it is what it is. I'm not going to hate on them for that. But man, I guess while I'm sitting here slowing down, I can enjoy this beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery. The only thing that tops this beautiful scenery is this beautiful car and this beautiful road. Whew. I know one thing, my first time taking this road, I will be up here as often as I possibly can. They pulled over. Let's go. 60 miles an hour right there. Okay, now I got the hang of the shift points when turning into this car. You don't want to do it right before you get into the turn, because when you slow down and drop that gear, that back end's coming out. Thank God, or thank person, or whoever it was who thought of this road. Thank you. I love you. You are my freaking hero. And to the engineers who designed and built the Chevrolet Corvette, I love you. Now this is a proper sports car that I think and I believe can take on the Porsche 911, the Audi R8, the Jaguar F-Type, and not only take them on, but I believe it can take them down. Because gone are the days of, European countries and other countries around the world saying that Americans and America cannot build a proper sports car. You see this car? Take what you're saying, shove it up here, what. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, America and Americans can build a proper sports car. Oh man, more beautiful scenery. I don't want to go too fast because I'm pretty sure there's a cop or two sitting up here. I went to the danger zone. 100 miles an hour there. Oh, look at that beautiful scenery. I love this car. I absolutely love this car. Oh, I love this car. I love this road, baby. Oh. Why am I on a straightaway and not getting in it? Why am I doing that? Oh, never mind. Because it's coming to an end. That's why I'm not doing it. Oh my goodness, I love this car. I absolutely love this car. If I had 55 grand, yes. That's all you need to hear is yes. Oh, they got Mustangs. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got a Mustang beat going over there. Should have been a Camaro meet, but I ain't gonna say that. I love this car. Oh man, if this car was a woman, I would marry her. Yes, I would. I'd marry her, never divorce her, and be buried with her. This car is that good, people. I mean, do not misinterpret. I'm not saying that just because I'm an American and I like sports cars. This car is really that damn good. I am trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you. This car is that damn good. It's okay. My co-driver behind me. What's that? Oh, we can turn back over here in a second and switch out. See, that is my co-driver behind me in the car we're about to test after this, talking smack. See what I mean? And are we out of it? I think we may be out of it. I think we may be out of it, people. Or are we? I think, yeah. I think we're done. And oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the C7 Corvette, Tail of the Dragon, and it has been a beautiful ride. Now, we're going to switch out to the other car we're driving and see what's what.